So the first I would like to say and to emphasize is that welcome at the University of Szeged. I would like to welcome you at your new home, in your new city, the city of Szeged, and maybe I will tell you then some words about the city and then some words about the university. So actually the city has around 160,000 inhabitants. And as Rita already told you, we have 22,000 students. So you can imagine that when you will walk at the street, when you will walk from each building, from one building to another building at the university, you will always find university students and teachers and professors from the university. So you will see that actually the community of the university is really big, and you will find students everywhere, all around the city. Rita already told you that we have more than 5,000 international students at the University of Szeged, but she didn't mention one number, so this is one I can tell you, that these students come from more than 130 different countries from all over the world. So it means at least 130 different backgrounds, 130 different cultures. It means at least 130 different problem-solving methods and techniques. So it means this community is a really diverse community. I think there is a huge creative power in it. So if you consider a scientific or any other kind of problem, when this community wants to solve a problem, when your professors will ask you to help them in their research or in their thinking how to solve a problem, I think it will be a very good chance to find good solutions because of these different problem-solving techniques. Actually, I must tell you that I'm a lawyer, so I don't want to talk too much about chemistry or biology or things like that. But I must mention Professor Albert Szentgyörgyi, who was once the rector of the university, and he deserved a Nobel Prize for his research, which he actually did here in Szeged. And actually, the paprika, which grows in Szeged and around Szeged, played a really big role in it. So as a lawyer, I can say that actually he's the one who invented vitamin C. If I were a professor, maybe at the Faculty of Medicine, I think this sentence would not be the best. But as a lawyer, I can tell you that he was the one who invented vitamin C. Everyone takes all around the world vitamin C, but no one knows that it was actually invented by our professor, Albert Szentgyörgyi. There is another famous person, I think you must know her. Her name is Katalin Karikó. She's well known because she invented actually the technique how to use mRNA technique in vaccination. So when most of the people got vaccinated all around the world because of the COVID pandemic, this was the technique they used, or most of the pharmacy companies used for the vaccination or to produce the vaccination. She was a student at the University of Szeged, maybe 30 years ago. And at this moment, she is also a research professor at the University of Szeged. And we are really proud that she can still work here because she has a really hard schedule traveling all around the world and receiving different prizes. What she used to say to students is that she always says that you should look around and you should have a look who is sitting next to you at this moment. Because these people, those students who now years from now. I think it is very important to get to know a lot of people, to have a lot of friends, because you will never know who will be the one who will be able to help you. I would like to tell you also that I think our professors are not just, like professors, teachers. I would rather say that our professors at the University of Szeged are more like mentors of the students. And I would say that they are not just, like those boring professors, but they are really doing research. So they are very, very clever people. And I think, so you will get to know them, and I think you will have the same opinion. And I would also like to say that our students are not just students at the University of Szeged, but actually our students are the creative partners of our professors who help to solve those different scientific and other problems. So I would like to welcome you at this very diverse and very powerful community of the University of Szeged. So have a nice semester and join us on this journey with the University of Szeged. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Thank you very much, Dr. Benne, for your inspiring words. Okay, so talking about mentors, Dr. Benne talked about how our professors act like mentors. Well, I would like you to meet and greet the colleagues of the University of Szeged, who have until now also worked as your mentors. They are also people who help you either working at the rector's office or at the faculty where you are admitted to. So let me start by introducing the colleagues of our international admissions team. And first, I would like to talk about the Office for International Full Degree Programs. This office is responsible for all scholarship issues for Stipendium Hungaricum, scholarship for Christian young people, and other full-time scholarship programs. During your time here, you will likely turn to them when you want to acquire or renew your health insurance card or other administrative issues. Please welcome the team, Leona Kovács-Jernei, Anna Mária Szécsi, Diana Katsidis, and Silvia Dora. Up next, I would like to introduce the colleagues of the International Mobility Center. They are responsible for the institutional management of the international mobility programs, so like Erasmus, CEPUS, and other short-term other mobility programs, also ISMA, the ISMA Indonesian Scholarship Program. Please welcome Edith Tanács, Ágnes Pető, and Tímea Varga. And last but not least, let's meet the Office for International Collaboration and Admission. They represent the first line of contact. So they answer your incoming questions while you are applying, while you are thinking about coming to the University of Szeged, and they also help you with the Dream Apply platform. So please say hello to Diana Mustafa, Dr. Előd Szabó, Amelia Szörényi, and myself, Rita Csúri-Magosi. Okay, starting your student life at a new university begins at the very faculty that you apply to. So you probably already know a lot about your own faculty where you are admitted to, and you have already been in touch with your program coordinator. Some of them are here with us today and would like to greet you in person. Let me welcome Magdolna Gera, International Officer at the Faculty of Agriculture. Please, those from the Faculty of Agriculture, can you raise your hands and say also hi to Magdolna? Who is from the Faculty of Agriculture? Okay, I can see some of you. Good. Welcome, everyone. Melinda Kovács, International Relations Coordinator from the Faculty of Economics and Business Administration. Those who are from the faculty can raise your hands. Who is from the Faculty of Business and Economics? Okay, nice to see you all. Up next, let me welcome Dr. Mário Gajdács, Assistant Professor representing the Faculty of Dentistry. Okay, who is from the Faculty of Dentistry? Okay, many of you. Nice to see you. Nóra Klapcsikné-Lengyel, International Officer at the Faculty of Health Sciences and Social Studies. Okay, who is from that faculty? Physiotherapy or nurses? Oh, nice to see you, many of you. Okay, good to see you. Okay, next, Dr. Anita Vidács, College Associate Professor at the Faculty of Engineering. So who studies at the Faculty of Engineering? Okay, quite a few of you. Good to see you. Okay. Larissa Sekulic, International Officer at the Béla Bartók Faculty of Arts. You can already raise your hands, those who are from the faculty. Okay. Esther Kovács, International Officer at the Faculty of Law and the Political Sciences. Who is studying law and political sciences? Oh, many of you. Okay, good. Up next, I would like to introduce Balázs Szűcs, International Officer at the Juhász Gyula Faculty of Education. Okay, so who is from that faculty? Okay, so Balázs Szűcs wanted me to deliver a message that they are waiting for you tomorrow at 9 a.m. In their own building. You can ask him later on. He will stay for the coffee break. So before you start the orientation program, the central R program at 10 a.m. tomorrow, those who are from that faculty can register and go there at 9 a.m. Okay. And I would also like to introduce Ágnes Sávai Matuska, Vice Dean for International Affairs at the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. Who is from the faculty? Yeah, wave your hands. Many people. Okay. Okay, so as you may know, we have 12 faculties, so not all the program coordinators and international officers could be here. So Ákos Varga, Admission Officer from the Faculty of Pharmacy, Andrea Lehoczky Balog, Head of Office at the Albert Szent-Györgyi Medical School, and Anita Horpácsi, International Officer at the Faculty of Science and Informatics, have excused themselves, but they send their greetings to you. Okay, and okay, up next, I would like to talk to you a little bit about what we call the service units. At the University of Szeged, we have several service units that work for you to complement your academic life in various ways. They will present their services to you tomorrow. So we will have a little fair-like arrangement. They will have their booth, and I would like to encourage you to visit their booth while you are there tomorrow, because they really have amazing services. Really quickly, you will meet the American Corner. This institution connects local communities and individuals to American culture and society. They have really interesting programs for those interested in studying or having scholarships to the United States, or simply just talking in English, because they also have a regular English conversation club, as well as various other programs and workshops. You will meet Student Counseling Center, which provides help for students in tackling life management issues, which can be a tough thing. They offer their counseling services to all active students of the university during 5 sessions free of charge. It can be very important for those who have issues. And I have wonderful news. They will be here today with us and give you a short presentation on what you can do to keep healthy mentally in this new environment, because we are really aware how hard it might be to start a new life in a completely different and completely strange environment. You will also be able to meet tomorrow our Foreign Language Center. They offer language courses in many languages, from English, French, German through Hungarian, Italian, Russian to Spanish, you name it. And they also prepare students for international language exams. You will also be able to meet our career office. They offer job and internship opportunities to support your professional development. And every year they organize a career fair, which you are also invited to attend, and they can explain you further what they can do for you. You will also meet tomorrow the Sports Center, and they are responsible for the compulsory physical education, so PE courses that you all have to have, and they coordinate these courses, and they are in English language, so they have so many things from wall climbing, football, running, jazz ballet, contemporary modern dance, Zumba, yoga. They have so many things, so they will explain it to you tomorrow, so it is worth visiting their booth as well. And last but not least, you will meet tomorrow the Alma Mater, which is the alumni organization of the University of Szeged. You're not an alumni yet, but one day you will be. And we would like to encourage you to be part of this community, to don't lose contact with your university, and they will explain you what the benefits are for you if you do so, and how you can do what you can do as an alumni. So again, I encourage you to visit their booth tomorrow. Up next, I wanted to ask you, did you know that as a student of the University of Szeged, you have access to the amazing online educational platform of Coursera? If you don't know what Coursera is, we have Máté Szepesi, my colleague, who is Educational Development Officer, and will explain it to you. Máté, the floor is yours.
All right. So, welcome everyone. My name is Máté Szepesi. I'm an Educational Development Officer at the Department for Academic Affairs. Today, we are going to talk about Coursera. What is Coursera? Coursera is the largest online educational platform in the world, created by two professors at Stanford University. Top universities like the University of Michigan, Yale, Harvard, or Cambridge, and large companies like IBM, Facebook, or Google offer courses on the platform. There are more than 100 million registered users worldwide, and there are more than 4,000 courses in 11 disciplines and in 19 languages. And what's special with it? That for the University of Szeged students, it's free to use. And this is the largest cooperation with Coursera in the Central and Eastern Europe region. And what's on Coursera? So there's a huge selection of disciplines, from 4 to 6 week paced courses with readings, videos, and tests. For topics, there are topics that should be, I think, general knowledge during your path in the university, like time management. There are courses on it. There you can learn new hobbies, like how to play the piano, how to play the guitar, or how to raise a horse. Or there are emerging topics that are really essential nowadays, like well-being and psychology. And on the other side, what's best in it is that you can get credits for it. So for each Coursera course, it's optional, but you can get 2 credits. You have to hand in a transfer request of credits at the last 2 weeks of the study period. You're going to be notified, so don't worry. And what courses do Szeged students like? So most of them like communication, probability and statistics, and entrepreneurship. But people are learning new IT languages, AI technologies, or business psychology, and data management, data analysis, data sciences. So all the recent topics are on the website, and you can learn them. And after every course, you will get a certification. So there are different types of courses. There are free, there are guided projects, there are standard courses, and there are the so-called professional certificates. For example, this one is from Facebook. You have to do a 6 standard course path you have to go through, and then you're going to get a professional certificate. And what's best in it? You can apply to entry-level jobs with this kind of certificates. So if you are learning informatics but are still interested in social media marketing, if you do this course, then you are going to be able to apply to entry-level jobs in this field, regardless of your academic background. And how can you get access to Coursera? So first, you have to go to Coursera for STA website and click on that beautiful icon. Then you have to click join and log in with your University of Szeged, and then you only have to log in with your Neptune credentials. So you don't have to submit anything, you don't have to ask for someone to help, you just have to go on that website, go through that and log in with your Neptune credentials. Then you have to create a password and you're good to go, you can start your first course. But there's one super important thing. So Coursera, for basic users, you have to pay for all the courses you do. But with Szeged, it's free. So be sure to always see that Szeged STA icon there at the left side. So you know that you're using it for free and you will get every certification for free at the end. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mate. I learned a lot about Coursera. That was very nice. And I don't know about you, but after this orientation program, I'm going to go and start learning how to raise a horse. Okay, that sounded really cool. Okay, but if you would like to broaden your horizon even further than raising a horse, the fact that the University of Szeged is part of the UGLO Alliance offers you just that. We have Floribel Cavarrubias, the UGLO Student Board President, who will explain this to you.
So, hi. Okay, hi everyone. I am Floribel, as she mentioned, and I'm the UGLO Student President. And I'm also an international student, so I'm so excited to welcome you here today. And you made the right choice, because University of Szeged, it's the only university in Hungary that's part of something truly remarkable and something that's also close to my heart, and that is the UGLO. Well, you might be wondering, what is UGLO? It's the European University Alliance for Global Health. But what is it exactly? Well, it is a project of the European Union, co-funded by the Erasmus Plus program, and it brings together these 9 partner universities. And these universities that you can see here are renowned for their world-class education and research facilities. And you don't have to worry if you're not in the medical field or in any health-related field, because for UGLO, it is a dynamic network, and it spans across various disciplines. So if you're into science or arts, engineering, or in any other field, UGLO has something incredible to offer. And how can you maximize these opportunities as a UGLO student yourself? Well, you just have to look for UGLO in the website, and you can see there the study and mobility, and click the courses and training opportunities. And just like that, you will see the courses that are available for you based on your preferences or needs. And just like that, you can get an access to any of these universities. And aside from these courses, what else can UGLO give you? It's a community, which we call our UGLO Student Board, where you can meet these amazing people. And as a UGLO student, and being here in the University of Szeged, you have 2 opportunities. First is you are a UGLO student, as you are now. And because you are a UGLO student, you have learning opportunities. Like I said, you can apply to courses and even get selected for a physical mobility to any of the universities that I mentioned before. And you can expand your network there and gain valuable professional experience. And this is a huge boost also for your CV. And as a UGLO student board member, like I was talking with Mate, it's like the UGLO student premium account, because you get more opportunities, this will be more enriched, and you can gain access to a European level recommendation. Again, a huge boost for your CV. And of course, we have tasks. And locally and internationally, we have tasks as the student board. First, locally, we participate in university events like this, or manage our social media accounts. And this is for us to be able to disseminate information about the UGLO and also participate in the social events where we invite the students from the partner universities and welcome them here. And internationally, we are part of work packages and international projects where You can suggest the ideas to our work package managers, and of course, be part of the International Student Board activities, which is a platform where the student board from other universities can be together and talk about potential projects, and also build valuable friendships in the long run. And the good news is, and you might be receiving lots of emails these days, you are welcome to be part of the student board. Just apply on the CoSpace. You can find there the European University Alliance for Global Health scene, and just check the task, the recruitment 2023, and you can apply there and send your applications. And please follow us on Instagram, our TikTok and Facebook accounts for more information. And that's it. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Florabelle. That was very interesting. And I hope many of you were inspired and will join UGLO Student Board or participate in the courses that they offer. I think it really broadens your horizon, and you can go even further in becoming an international student. Up next, I would like to introduce the Erasmus Student Network to you. In cooperation with the university, they help newly arrived students starting their academic and social life at the University of Szeged. ESN and their events bring international students close to the local community. Yvette Biro, ESN president, is here with us to explain you more about that.
Thank you so much. Dear International Network, first of all, welcome to Szeged. I am so glad that so many of you have already arrived. Let me introduce myself. My name is Yvette Biro, and I am the current president of ESN Szeged. Let me introduce our organization in a few sentences. So what is exactly our mission? Enrichment of society through international students, or students helping students. But what is ESN? This is the biggest student association in Europe. We are there in more than 40 countries, with more than 500 sections, in more than 1,000 higher education institutions, and around 15,000 active members, with bodies more than 50,000. And we offer our services to around 350,000 international students every year. And we are a non-profit organization. But what can ESN help you with? Prepare for your arrival. We have already sent out to you our welcome letter and survival guide. And we are giving you mentors and tutors. If you haven't received an email from your mentor, please wait a little bit more, because I am so sorry to say that, but we are a little bit short on people, so we ask for your patience. But everyone will be contacted by their mentors at the end of this very week. So, but if it won't happen, then please reach out to us. You can contact me via email or per messenger or etc. And of course, we are the ones who help you to find your accommodation. And we help you to get to know Szeged and Hungary more. For example, we organize sightseeing trips in Hungary and etc. And I would like to share with you guys that we will have our very first event this week on Saturday, and which will be a get to know your mentor event and a sightseeing too. So please join us. And I will send out the information via email to you. And please follow us on our social media platforms for example, on Facebook, on Instagram, and we have WhatsApp groups too. So please write me an email if you didn't see any WhatsApp group link or etc. And of course, we organize you events to meet other students, and we help you to get to know new people. Oh, sorry. And I wanted to tell you that in the name of all of our mentors, we can't wait to meet with you guys. So let's have an amazing semester together. And thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Yvette. I have to tell you that ESN is famous for their great programs, so you really have to check them out. They organize cool parties, but also all sorts of other programs. I think Yvette didn't tell you that they are really the coolest student organization when it comes to all sorts of programs. But maybe our next guest is going to argue that, right? So, up next, another organization created by students, for students, with the support of the University of Szeged, of course, would like to introduce themselves. Let me welcome Jamal EJ, the president of ISIS.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, international students, freshmen, welcome to Szeged, welcome to the University of Szeged. I would like to, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Jamal, a sixth-year medical student from Kuwait, and I am the president of the International Student Union of Szeged, ISIS. I would like to extend the warmest welcome I can to all the new students that we have. And now I will start by introducing our union. Our union basically revolves around creating and building a positive ecosystem in which our students could grow into their most successful versions, so they lead fruitful lives. Next up, we believe in ISIS that we should help our students in three main ways or at three levels. The first one is to ask the students and to encourage them to take care of their physical and mental well-being. We help them do that through arranging mental health days and organizing sporting events. The second level is basically the academics, where we encourage students to build strong connections among themselves and try to succeed in their academic lives and reach their academic aspirations. Lastly, but not leastly, we try to create an environment that cultivates a positive mindset and feeds the curiosity of our students and ultimately encourages their growth. Next, we have the hierarchical leadership of the organization. We can start with the president and then the three vice presidents. Collectively, we are the board and we deal directly with the heads of committees, which we currently have 6 of. So we have the sports committee, academics, strike force, PR and media, socials, outreach and integration. Starting into the role of each position, we start with the president, whose main job starts at the summer, where basically I have to meet with all the board members and different committees to formulate a budget plan for the upcoming year. And then throughout the year, we assign and divide the duties to the different committees and different members in those committees. And ultimately, at the end of the year, we have to assess the performance and how well did we do, and try to come up with a plan to improve our performance in the next year. Next up, we have the rest of the board, the 3 vice presidents, starting with Emily Liu, the vice president of administration. She mainly foresees or manages the 3 events, or the 3 committees, the socials, sports, and PR and media committee. Next up, we have the Norhan Ashraf, the vice president of academics, which manages the academic and strike force committees, and she handles any academic issues that might rise throughout the semester. And then we have the Vice President of Student Affairs, Boutros, who focuses on manages mainly the Outreach and Integration Committee and organizes the biggest event of the whole here in Szeged. That is the International Cultural Event, or ICE, which will be held in next April. Next up, we can go to the committees, starting with the sports committee run by Jad Hamati. He basically manages the weekly trainings, makes up the tournaments, the tryouts, which I highly advise you guys to check out. We have 6 teams currently: football, volleyball, basketball, and we're trying to create some other teams as well. So please check them out and try to join those tryouts. We also organize an event that is quite big. It's called the barbecue event, which you are more than welcome to join in the next semester. Next, we have the academics and strike force committees, which mainly handles the academic issues. The academics part or division mainly handles the departments and represents the students with the departments, either personally if there's an issue with a single student, or collectively as the whole batch or the whole year. Next up, we have the PR and Media Committee. That committee mainly captures our lives in Szeged, creates content, advertises our events, and ultimately celebrates our lives in Szeged. Next, we have the socials. From the name, they basically create social events. It's run by Arsh, and we try to, with the socials, we try to create events that build an environment that's inclusive and tries to encourage the growth of our students. Lastly but not least, we have the Outreach and Integration Committee, which is composed of 2 divisions. The first division is the, of course, it is run by 2 co-heads at the moment, 2 gentlemen, Sanad and Mohsen. The outreach part mainly raises awareness of the humanitarian issues. It tries to create events where we can raise not only the awareness, but we can raise donations to help those in need. We help war refugees, animals in the animal shelter, orphanages, and even homeless shelters. For the integration part, we mainly focus on integrating and communicating with creating strong connections with the other faculties in Szeged, as well as to create connections with the other student unions in Hungary. That is basically what ISOS is. I would like to kindly ask you to scan the QR code so you can check our Instagram platform, where you can basically follow us and keep updated. And I would like to thank you for your attention and time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jamal. That was very interesting. You have heard my colleagues talking about CoSpace and Neptune and the Modulo, and maybe you're wondering what those are those new planets or something else? Well, or maybe you know, those are the different online systems of the University of Szeged. So I am personally a little bit confused about those, but luckily, with the support of the European Union's complex digital transformation intelligent gear change project, we can all participate at a training about all these systems, as well as a very hot topic nowadays, IT security. You now submit many of your personal and private data to the university. You will use this data, you will insert this data in these systems, and you will have all sorts of confidential information stored in these systems. So it is very important that you are aware of IT security and how you can prevent different problems and leakages in these systems. So in your welcome package, you must have seen this little flyer, either in color or in a black and white version. I would like to ask you to please check this out. Yeah, you can do that now if you can find it. They have a QR code, and if you go to the website, you will find a course that you can do, of course, for free. And we highly encourage you to spend a little time and check this out. This is very important, and it is for your benefit that you know all these systems, you know exactly how they work, and what you have to and what you can do to prevent all sorts of misuse of the information and your own data. Now I would like to share a few details with you about the upcoming days. As you know, this event is a 3-day event. I already mentioned that. And very important that tomorrow we won't be here. we will be at Dugonic Square, where you can find there's this nice fountain and also the main building of the University of Szeged. We also call it the Rector's Office, but this is the main building of the university. Please, I would like to ask you to keep your wristband that you got. Do you have your wristband? You all have it? Okay, so please keep it for the entire 3 days until Friday evening, because many services are granted to you based on this bracelet. So for instance, we will organize a really good freshman party Friday evening, and you will be granted free access with this wristband. So it is worth to not just cut it off, today when you go home. The fun is not over yet. So tomorrow we will be at a different venue. Please arrive at 10 a.m. for the information sessions. After that, you can meet our service units, as I explained to you. You can have lunch, and those who registered will take the bus and go to the fun team-building activity in Opusztaszer. So, has anyone already registered to that team-building activity? Yeah, I see just a few hands. So now I would like to explain that to you, because maybe not all of you have heard about this. So part of this 3 days program is this team building activity. It is an outdoor activity. We will go to the so-called Trail of Stars. This is an outdoor maze. So this is an outdoor park with all sorts of sports and other outdoor activities, and we will have to take buses to go there. Places are limited, therefore we ask for a separate registration. So if you go to our website, the link that you can see there, on this page you can find the link to this separate registration. So your registration for today is not enough. There is, again, a separate registration for this specific event. You can do that until today midnight, or until there are places available. So be quick, because this is first come, first served. But I can tell you that it is worth to register, because this is really a fun part of the orientation days. Friday will also be jam-packed with programs. You can participate in the so-called treasure hunt. This is an event where you will have to collect stamps in your freshman passport. So the freshman passport is in your bag, in your yellow bag, which it looks like a passport. I encourage you to fill it in. You can also put a photo in it, just like as if it was a real passport. And in the middle of that passport, you can find not only the program of these 3 days, but also a place where you can collect 8 stamps. So you have to find 8 iconic places of the city in teams or by yourself, but of course it's much more fun to do that in teams. The route starts from the freshman information desk at the tent in front of the main building, where you will also be on Friday. You have to make sure to go there before you embark on the trip. So before you don't just start the trip, go there, register for the treasure hunt, and then you can start collecting the stamps and finding the places in Szeged. Everyone completing the route will get a gift. So it is worth doing it, but it is also fun, and you will learn a lot about Szeged while doing this route, and hopefully meet new people as well. On Friday, you can also get your photo taken by the University of Szeged's Alma Mater Club, our alumni organization. They have a fun photo shooting activity, which you can do on Friday. The most important part of the orientation days is the freshman oath, which starts at 6 p.m. on Friday, and it is followed by a party, first in front of the main building of the university, and then in Jota Club, which is one of the best clubs in town. It is reopening this weekend after a really, really, really long time. So it is a long-awaited reopening by the local community, but also international students, those who know what Jota Club is. And you will have the privilege to go there Friday evening. So I think this is something that you might not miss. Okay, and for freshman students, this party will be free, and you will also get a welcome drink from the University of Szeged. Okay, so, and if you will have more questions, you can always ask my colleagues, or tomorrow and Friday you can go to this freshman information desk at the tent in front of the university main building. All right. Okay, so now we would like to ask you to please help our work and fill in a short survey. We are interested in your opinion about how you applied, what are your first impressions, and we will give you now a little time to do that, and we will do that online. So I kindly ask you, normally you all receive the Wi-Fi codes and you should have Wi-Fi or internet on your mobile phone or any other mobile device. And I ask you to do that now, please. Can you please go to this website? This is, by the way, the site where you find the registration for the team building. But on the bottom, on the very bottom of the page, you have a link that says Freshman Survey 2023. I kindly ask you all to go there and fill it in. And once you did that, please call our colleagues, because we will do a little game. We will do a little raffle or lottery. So those who completed it and show us on their screen that it is submitted will get a lottery ticket. And after the coffee break, we will draw 3 winners who will get a university hoodie. So I hope we will be able to manage this with the colleagues. So now I ask the help of my colleagues to please proceed to me. And those who have already submitted the online form and show it to us will get a number. Please don't lose this number until the end of the coffee break. Okay, so please take your time. Thank you. Okay, a little change of plan, because we just realized that we won't be able to go between the rows and give you the number. So please just do the survey, take your time, and then we have one more presentation coming up, and then we will go to have the coffee break. And when you go for the coffee break, make sure to keep that screen that says that you submitted the form, and you will get your number there, because otherwise it will become chaotic for us to go between the rows, okay? So just those who are ready, maybe just raise your hand and I can see it, and when everyone is finished, then we can start with a special guest coming up next. So I will give you a little more time. Please fill in the survey. Thank you. Okay, just please raise your hand, those who are ready, so that I can see if we can proceed. Okay, like half of the people. Okay. I will give you a few more minutes. Just do it at ease. All right, is there anybody still working on the survey? Just raise your hand, those who are still working on it. Okay, I will give you a few more minutes, don't worry. Yeah, I saw. Oh yeah, we would like to ask you, we are doing a little survey of our own. Can those who are here with Stipendium Hungaricum scholarship raise your hands? Okay, thank you very much. Those who are here with Erasmus scholarship? Okay. Those who are ISMA students? Okay. Those of you who are self-financed, who don't have any scholarship, but you pay for your own studies? Okay. And those who are other, maybe I missed something? Okay, there are some other students. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, anybody still working on the survey? Just a few more. It's okay. So you can still finish until the coffee break. So when you go to the coffee break, don't forget to show the screen to our colleagues. We have 4 doors, and at each door there will be 1 colleague standing, and we will distribute these numbers for the lottery game. Okay? It's okay, you will get the tickets afterwards. Okay, so thank you for filling in the survey. As I get it, most of you already did that. We will continue with our program. As I said, we have a special guest today here. I would like to introduce Kristina Gera from the Crime Prevention Division at the Csongrád County Police Headquarters.
Okay, I'm trying the technique. Oh, wow. So let me welcome you here in Szeged on the behalf of Csongrád County Police Headquarters. As it is already mentioned, I work for crime prevention, and my name is Kristina Gera. And I would like to give you some useful information concerning the police side during your stay here in Szeged. Not that much information. Okay, let me start from Hungary, the country where we are. Maybe you know something about this country, maybe you are not. Just some data. You know we like data as police. That's why I started the territory of the country. As you can see, it is almost 94,000 square kilometers, and the population is about 9 million people. The number of the counties is 20. It says that 19 plus 1 because we use it as county police headquarters. And we have 19 counties, plus 1 is Budapest county police headquarters. As you can see on the slide, we have about 3,000 settlements, and we have our beautiful county, capital of the country, it is Budapest. Maybe you have been there. Okay, talking about Csongrád County itself, as you can see also on the slide, we are on the southeastern part of the whole country. Our situation is near the border of Serbia and near the border of Romania. In police side and because of the legislation, they have different legislation system. I mean, Romania is a part of the European Union, but not part of the Schengen area. And Serbia is not a part of the European Union and also not part of the Schengen area. So this means that our tasks are different concerning those two border sections. Talking about this country, as you can see on the slide, we have two rivers which can meet here near Szeged. River Tisza is one, the other one is River Maros. I suggest you to swim there where it is allowed. As far as I know, we have a swimming place in Szeged, but it is closed because this is the end of the summer, they think. Otherwise, I don't suggest you to swim in the river. As you can also see on the slide, we have two highways, M5 and M43, sorry. Which you have to know. I don't know whether you will drive here in Hungary, but I suggest you, if you go alone and drive a car, don't stop for those people who are waving at the side of the highway, because maybe they are tricky thefts, and they would like to stop you, and then they, for example, steal something from you, for example, money. Talking about the population and the territory, you can see the numbers there, and you can also see the number of the settlements, and you can also see that Szeged is the county seat. This means that this is the bigger town here in this country. It is a peaceful county, so you don't have to worry about any kind of problems here. Okay, talking about the levels of the police in Hungary, in just some words. As you can see, the highest, on the highest level, we have the Ministry of Interior. It is our boss. At the top level, we have the National Police Headquarters. The middle level, as I am, is the County Police Headquarters. As you can see, that is in a red square, and on the yellow square, there is my office, the Crime Prevention Division. And the reason why I show you this, maybe you are traveling through the country and the county itself, not only in Szeged. It is useful to know that we have 6 police stations. One is in Szentes, the other one is in Hódmezővásárhely, the third one is in Makó. We have a police station in Csongrád, also in Kistelek, and we have the police station of Szeged. This would be useful to know. Later I will show you the exact address too. And you can see green boxes on the bottom of the page. These are border police offices. The reason why I show you is that you have to know if you have any kind of problem, someone stole your belongings or etc. You can also go to border police office, not only for police station. And we have Szeged border police office at Moszkvai Avenue. And we have also Kizombor border police office, and we have also Nagylag border police office. So not only police stations, but also border police offices you can go to make a report. Okay, I don't know whether you will drive a car or not, but maybe it is useful to know. If you go by car in urban areas, you should only go by 50 kilometers per hour. Some places it is only 30 or 20. On public roads, you can only go by 90 kilometers per hour. Expressways, it is 110, and on motorways, it is 130. It is also useful to know that in Hungary, concerning alcohol consumption, it is 0 tolerance. So that means that you cannot drink any alcohol if you drive a car or any kind of vehicle, because the police are entitled to take away your license if they can prove that you consumed alcohol earlier. And maybe it is evident that also drugs consumption and trade is forbidden too. Okay, talking about the most frequent crimes in Hungary and talking about some safety tips, just in short. As I mentioned, it is a very peaceful country and a very peaceful county. 70% of the crimes are committed against valuables or property, so tricky theft and stealing little things and bigger material. Electronic devices are also typical, but not other violent actions. So please keep your belongings with you. I mean, inside your pocket or inside your coat, for example, in winter. It is also useful to know that in public area or in a restaurant or, I don't know, pubs, whether you go there, you shouldn't leave your valuables at the table or a coat hanger if you are not there, because maybe someone will steal it and you will have a problem. These are the most frequent crimes which are committed. And also, for example, on public transport, I don't know whether you will use it or not. There are some tricky people who will catch your valuables if they can see that you use your mobile and you don't put it away inside your pocket or inside your coat, but you put it in your bag, the outer side, they can easily get it, and then you will have a problem. The other thing I would like to tell you is, I don't know whether you will use the bicycle. Maybe you will see that a lot of people use bicycle here in Szeged. There are designated bicycle roads, and you should use that. The sign, the blue sign will show you where you should use your bike, and the red, the other one shows you that you cannot use your bike. I think it's not that difficult to remember these signs. Talking about bicycling or riding a bike, it is advisable to use helmet and also high visibility jacket, but it is not obligatory. It is only obligatory to use a high visible vest if you go outside the town and at night. So these two things have to be in the same time together, night and outside the town. Okay, the next slide I partly mentioned for you earlier. As I mentioned, be aware about tricky theft and pickpockets, and be aware at public places for your personal belongings. And as I mentioned, it is a peaceful town, so you don't have to worry about conflicts. But I know if you have a successful exam and you will celebrate, maybe you drink some alcohol, you will go to some restaurant or pubs, maybe you will be louder and then you will get in a trouble. My tip is for you to be as polite as you can and avoid conflicts. It's the easiest way to avoid any kind of assault. Okay, other important advice. Maybe these are evident information, but our practice shows that we should tell it. So, if you leave your apartment or college, I don't know where you will live, have your passport, residence permit, driving license, any of these. It is, the document need to be available for those police officers who are, for example, patrolling on the street. They can ask for your identification document. So every time you will have to have a document with which you can identify yourself. Maybe you will have a student card too. It is also important to have with you. Another important tip is to put your values inside your pocket, bag, or coat. And not only close the door of your apartment, but also lock it. And if you go by bicycle, you should buy a bicycle lock also. So use it, please. Because if you just put down and go away, maybe when you come back, it won't be there. I don't know whether you will use a taxi. I also advise you to use official taxi company. I mean, there are official telephone numbers where you can call for a taxi. Please don't use a private taxi because you don't know who is it and what to do if you have a problem or if they are not that good guys as they tell you. So it is also useful to use official taxi companies. Okay, talking about public transport. I don't know whether you will use it or not. Maybe you will have a day ticket or monthly pass. Please have it with yourself because the ticket inspector has the right to ask. And if you don't have it, she or he will ask it and give you a fine. He will or she will give you a check that you have to pay. And she or he also has the right to ask or call for police if you don't give it or you try to argue with her or him. So it is also important to mention to have your ticket or pay the fine if you have met the inspector. Talking about beggars, maybe you have seen some. It is not that frequent that they are in the downtown or any part of the town. I don't suggest you to give them money because they might ask for more and they go through you. And another important tip is if you smoke, don't know, maybe yes or not, there are designated places where you can buy tobacco. They are called Nemzeti Dohánybolt. So these are the places where you can buy tobacco, sometimes alcohol and so on. But I also must add that alcohol consumption at public places is also forbidden. So please do not drink alcohol at public places because maybe you will get a fine. Okay, talking about emergency, a very important number, maybe you have heard about it, that 112 is the EU emergency number. What does it mean? First of all, we should talk about what is emergency. Emergency that you can see on the slide, when two cars crashes, someone is drowning, or the house is on fire. But if the cat is on the tree, please don't call the emergency number, okay? Because prank call is also fined by the police. So use it when it is needed. And these are call centers in several parts of the country. And you will get a dispatcher. Some of them talk English, not all of them, but they will put you through for a person who talks English. So that is why I ask you to speak slowly, calmly, and clearly. And please give your detailed address if you know, because these persons are not in this town, or they are somewhere in this country, and they would like to help you. That's why they need your exact address, because maybe here we have a Széchenyi Square, but in another town they also have a Széchenyi Square. Yes, I mentioned that prank call is forbidden and the law breaking. Okay, this is a very important slide, I think. If you are in a trouble, I mean you fall victim to a crime. For example, your cell phone is stolen. This is so-called typical. How can you make a report? You can go personally to the police station, the local police station. You can see the picture. It is a pink building. The address is 1622 Párizsi Boulevard, Szeged. So you can make personally a report there. And you can also report your case by email. You can see the email address. This is ugyelat.csongrád.mrfk@csongrád.police.hu. So you can make a report here also. You can do it by letter on the above mentioned address, and you can do it by telephone also. I hope that you won't need this. And what should the complaint contain? What happened? Where happened? When happened? How happened? Was there any witness? What is the value which is concerned in the case? And if there is an assault, for example, medical status, that someone punched the other one's face, for example. And if there is some kind of offender that you think is the offender. It is also important to concentrate on the very typical signs, for example, tattoos, glasses, does he have a beard, for example, or mustache, and so on. It is also useful for the police to help to find the offender. Okay, real police officers on this side. From where do you know that you are talking to a real police officer here in Hungary? Sorry, the clothes is almost the same. They have different type of clothes, but these are also, almost all is dark blue. But all of them, not all of them, but most of them have a uniform, because there are non-uniformed, as I am. There is a rank sign, you can see here, and above it there is a name badge, and on the other side you can see an arm emblem and an identification badge. These 5 things must be here on police officers. It is also important to mention that on the identification badge, you have to see 5 numbers, not the title, police, or hello, or I don't know what, but 5 numbers that are real police officers. And as you can see, there is a card on the bottom. This is the police officer's ID card. I also have it, but you won't see it from that far away. These things all the police officers have. And I also would like to add that police officers are not entitled to get cash. So if you are fined for any reasons, you will get a check that you have to pay at the post office, or you will have to pay by bank card or credit card, because police officers are not entitled to get cash at the scene or at the spot. So that was all I would like to mention concerning police here in Csongrád-Csanád County and also in Szeged. So thank you for your attention. And if you have questions, these are our email addresses, mine and my boss's. So if you have questions, please don't hesitate. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This was really interesting, and I think you all agree that we received a lot of really useful information. Okay, so I have some good news to you. Surprisingly, we are ahead of our program. So now we will have a coffee break, but please come back at 14:30. So in 30 minutes, please be here at 2:30. So 14:30. Next door is the coffee break. Enjoy your coffee, and don't forget, I'm looking at my colleagues, that don't leave without getting your lottery ticket. Please don't leave without getting your lottery ticket. All of